So, earlier, Nintendo did a partner showcase, and overall, I thought it was fairly good. There were a decent amount of pretty interesting announcements there. But one of the most interesting announcements didn't even happen in the North American or European versions of the Direct. It only happened in the Japanese version. Because, of course, it was a shadow drop of Mother 3 on Nintendo Switch Online. And at first, I was pretty mad about it on Twitter, because, they did the same exact thing, almost 10 years ago now, on the Wii U, where they just dropped the game with, with no acknowledgement at all. And, it just felt really tone-deaf and kind of backwards. So I was surprised to see Nintendo actually do that again. I mean, yeah, I know Mother 3 is, the most unlikely Nintendo thing ever, but, it just still kind of stings a little bit, considering that Nintendo has been doing so many impossible things during the Switch era. They've been bringing back Pikmin and Metroid. We're getting a 1,000-Year Door remake. I never would have expected that in a million years, even though that was my most wanted thing on the Switch.
We got Endless Ocean.
And yeah, that was a crazy announcement today, because that looks pretty good. Then also another Code Recollection was pretty good as well. And then
Nintendo has been kind of making an effort to bring games that were never released in North America. We've clearly seen this with another Code, with the second game being included. We've seen this with the Fire Emblem NES translation that was released in 2020. So they have made an effort to try and bring games over.
Yeah, and it just seems kind of bizarre that they would still, it seems like they're listening to the fans, but in some areas, it just seems like they still don't for some reason. It's just really weird. For some reason, I feel like I got the false impression that Nintendo could basically do anything after they announced 1,000-Year Door. I feel like that's probably why I was so let down on Twitter. But, it's just, I mean, I know it is to be expected, but it doesn't really, it's still, pretty disappointing that they did that, and it's just kind of weird in general. But
I guess it doesn't count out the idea entirely.
Yeah, but I was thinking, at first I was thinking, oh, NSO, that would rule out the possibility of a remaster or something, but, they could still do a standalone release of Mother 3, but I was thinking, about that a little bit, but just earlier, quite a while after the Direct aired, Nintendo randomly added Earthbound Beginnings icons on Nintendo Switch Online, which is just crazy. Especially after the fact that they probably know that, people, that we just got, left out from, Mother 3 and everything, but, it's just...
Yeah, it's so weird. I think it's strange why they would do that today. If it was maybe next week where they dump those icons on there.
And the
Or even before, a year ago, they could have done it.
Or also...
but they didn't.
And also another thing, the 30th anniversary of Earthbound, I mean, I know that's this year, and that's why they're doing these icons, but that doesn't happen until August. So, it's just kind of weird. Why would they be doing that now?
And it's a lot of effort too to get all of those sprites. It's not an easy thing to just be oh yeah, download the sprites. You have to clearly go through the game, grab them all, and then upload them. That must have, they're not super easy to just, extract in just a simple way. Though they clearly spent some time doing it, and I wonder if maybe there's a potential that they do more icons for other games in the series.
Yeah, and they actually, on that note, they actually announced in Japan that they are doing other icons for Mother 2 Earthbound and Mother 3. So the Earthbound ones will be like the week after the week, like this week that will like the week that they're doing like the Earthbound Beginnings icons. So they're doing those up until the beginning of March. And then after March 7th, they're going to be doing Mother 3 icons. I know for sure they're doing the Earthbound icons in North America. Like, there's no way why they wouldn't do that, because Earthbound is easily the most popular Mother game in North America, considering
And
the
they
fact...
put them in a direct. I mean, they
Yeah.
know people want to play the games.
Yeah, but it's just... Are we going to get those Mother 3 icons in North America? Because, I mean, like, they could, like, I don't know, it's just so weird and bizarre that they're, like, even doing this. Like, you'd think, like, if they are doing this anniversary celebration, that they would only keep it in Japan, but no, they're actually doing some of this stuff, like, worldwide. So I'm wondering if they actually do have bigger plans for this anniversary, and bigger plans for Mother 3, because maybe, just maybe, what if this means that we'll actually be getting a Fire Emblem 1 style shadow drop, or not, maybe not a shadow drop, but at least like the announcement that we'll be getting like Mother 3 in North America and Europe on the eShop, but not on Nintendo Switch Online. And I think there's a couple different reasons why they wouldn't add it to NSO. I mean, there's the translation and everything that would take effort, and then also like adapting.
Money.
Yeah, and then also money as well. I mean, I know it would be a great incentive for Nintendo Switch Online, but they would make a lot of money if they sold this separately. And then also adapting like small things, like that might have made it kind of hard to just do a simple like ROM drop of on Nintendo Switch Online. And also the fact that they would possibly celebrate like the 30th anniversary of Earthbound in North America, because that, like, and also like the West in general, because like that game is pretty significant for the, that's the reason why there is a cult following of the Mother series in the West. That's why it's so popular in the West. That's like, I feel like they would do something. Like, it's just so like weird that they would just like put these icons on there and like not do anything else, or like it's just kind of interesting when you think about it. And then also, if they are actually planning on doing a standalone release of Mother 3, what if the reason why they didn't do it in the partner showcase is because it would have overshadowed every other announcement there? Like, and there's no doubt that it would have been the highlight of the entire thing. And I feel like the partners and companies that Nintendo was working with for this partner showcase probably wouldn't have been okay with Nintendo showing or dropping something as big as Mother 3 in this like showcase and everything. Because in Japan, that's just another release for them. That's like putting like Paper Mario 64 on NSO. Like, it's just, like, it doesn't really, like, sure, it hasn't been re-released as much as other older games, but it's still not gonna be a super huge announcement. But, I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
It is. I think, you know, I wouldn't have expected them to even put on NSO any time in terms of in Japan. I was expecting maybe in a while from now, but it is weird that they decided to put it in not just a random video. You know what I mean? Like, they could have just dumped it, but they decided let's wait for the direct. So that is kind of strange. So I don't know. I think it raises some possibilities, which is exciting, but who knows? They might decide that maybe we're gonna do a special edition thing like they did with Fire Emblem, because I think that'd be a really cool idea. And, you know, Nintendo knows that the series is popular. I mean, that's the thing, they put it in a Nintendo Direct. So they clearly know that people want to play the games. You know, they have its own like headline, its own spotlight. Most games do not have that in a Direct, right? I don't know how many games have a little headline being like, oh, they're available now, right? Very few games have that. So I don't know. I think there is a potential for it to happen.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna get my hopes up. Like,
Yeah, like it's definitely something that is on the unlikely side. But I'd say to me, it's just as unlikely as like getting Super Mario RPG remake or getting a Thousand Year Door remake. Like those things felt very unlikely to me before. But they happen. So I mean, things like that can happen. But I don't know. It's a very weird situation, and I just kind of maybe just wait and see what happens.
yeah, but anyways, and that was just kind of crazy. Like, just the whole events of today with, like, Mother 3, like, only being dropped on, Japan NSO, then the fact that we get Earthbound Beginnings icons out of nowhere, and the thing is, like, the Mother 3 icons are a part of this line, so are we getting these Mother 3 icons? That... Honestly, like, what if we actually get, like, a shadow drop of Mother 3, like, coinciding with the Mother 3 icons thing? I know, like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up for that. It's still, like, extremely unlikely, but just, like, are they gonna do... like, I'm just thinking of those icons. I'm like, are they just gonna skip the Mother 3 icons in North America? That just, like... Because, like, the thing is, like, with these icons in general, like, if I would have known they were doing them earlier, I would have guessed that they would have been exclusive to Japan, but no.
Are any icons ever exclusive to Japan? Or are they... Because does that even, like, is that even a thing that has happened?
I don't know if we have ever gotten any exclusive icons. I know someone on Twitter, and also, I think on Discord as well, who's, like, an expert on the Nintendo Switch Online icons. I'll have to ask them about that. And this is also a part of the same line of icons as well. So,
like, what icons weren't available to us? Like, that's what I want to know. I don't think any were just only exclusive. So that is a bit weird, because if that were to happen, those would be the first exclusive icons. And would someone be able to get, like, how does that work? Like, would we be able to access those icons? Like, with a different account or something, maybe? I don't know.
yeah. But anyways, it's just been pretty weird. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. And make sure to subscribe to Anton Retro as well. Goodbye.
See ya.